Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today was the big day. Today, Bungie finally announced Trials is coming back, and I have the video playing in behind me. I cut out most of the talking and just put in entirely like the most interesting parts, the armor, the weapons, and everything. So that's going to be on a loop in the background. But what I want to make a video right here is talk about the details and what it's going to be like this new version of Trials, Trials of Osiris, and how it's going to be different from the old versions because that's really important. Year 1 Trials of Osiris was different from Year 2 and Year 3 inside Destiny 1. And then, of course, Trials of the Nine was wildly different, of course, in so many different ways. But I'm going to really focus on the main bullet points of why I think this version of Trials is going to be successful and what's going to be unsuccessful about it. So, the first thing I'm going to start off with, like ripping a band aid off and just get straight to the negative, is that they're not bringing dedicated servers in with this. So there's definitely going to be some network manipulation and stuff like that. Maybe they'll find a way around to ban people that do that really fast. We'll see. Hopefully the network manipulation doesn't get too out of hand. Because from everything that I saw, there's no dedicated servers. I haven't seen any notice of that. If they were going to do dedicated servers, they definitely would make a big deal out of it, because I would assume that's extremely expensive, and that's probably the only reason why we don't have them. So that's a little bit frustrating, but moving beyond that, this is Trials of Osiris. It's a reiteration of the Destiny 1 Trials. It's going to be 3v3 Elim, and they're going to use connection-based and card-based matchmaking, which is how they did it back in Destiny 1 in the later years, which is the first game you play will be purely a connection-based game. You'll be playing someone that has 0 wins, just like you do most of the time. Obviously, sometimes that varies. And so that gives you that really fun experience where you essentially progress through the ranks of difficulty in matches, versus right now in comp, in all of Crucible, there's skill-based matchmaking, which pretty much just makes it so you play people of your equal skill level, making it really frustrating and really hard to play, regardless of what skill level you are, because you're just always playing people of equal skill caliber. But this has a progression, so this will be fun for the highly skilled players, and even the less skilled players will be able to, have the challenge of saying like, oh, I spent 3 hours playing Trials today. The farthest I got was 5 wins. Maybe 7 is flawless, right? And that's still something to look forward to. I'm sure you'll get loot for that, and you'll have something to look forward to the next week. And the best part is, and for the PvE players, I think especially this news is for them, is that it is light enabled. And that's good, I think, for the PvE community. Not obviously the PvP community is not necessarily thrilled about that. This is the most controversial topic in regards to this, is should it be light level enabled? I know a lot of people right now hearing me say that are like angry, and I get it. I feel that. I'm not trying to say that I think that light level enabled is the best solution, but I want to explain a little bit my reasoning and why I think Bungie went with the light level enabling, which is, if you're unaware of what that is, that's what Iron Banner is. Light levels are enabled. I think the reason why they did that is because it will prevent hackers from getting in easily. Hackers won't be able to just create a new free-to-play account, come back into Trials, and cheat and get people free wins and try to make money from hacking. So I think that prevents hackers is the first reason why they did that. And I think that the second reason why they did that is because people who want to go flawless each season, who aren't very good at PvP, have such a frustrating time with Trials. There's such awesome armor, such awesome weapons, and it feels so good to go flawless, and it's like such a pivotal point of Destiny that it's frustrating for them. And obviously the majority of the players are PvE players, like the game is primarily made for PvE players. So this gives a way for PvE players to get flawless later on in the season if they grind their bounties, if they do their pinnacle rewards, if they farm up their artifact. They will skyrocket into the higher light levels, and by the end of the season they'll be so much more powerful than the average guardian that they might actually be able to make it flawless. People that have a lot lower KDs or a lot worse performances might actually be able to make it because of these their ability to be more powerful in Trials in this pinnacle mode. And so I think overall it's a good thing for those reasons. Let me know in the comments below though, because if you have totally another reasoning, I would love to hear your ideas. And I'm not saying that I know what I'm talking about with all this, because we haven't really experienced this a ton, and I haven't played Trials in so long. We'll see how this plays out. We'll see how successful this is in this current iteration. That seems to be the biggest and most frustrating point for so many people. moving on from that, the maps they're bringing back Cauldron, Exodus Blue, and Anomaly. These were really, really awesome maps in Destiny 1. Um, Anomaly was the one that I was most looking forward to. Exodus Blue is obviously a really good map too. I think it started off as a PlayStation exclusive and later got released. And Cauldron is a classic map. Also like Cauldron quite a bit. So those maps are great to bring back. They're good size for 3v3 in my opinion, and I'm happy about that. There's other maps that could definitely be brought back and probably will be with time. It's just, they're not going to bring back, they don't necessarily need to bring back a dozen maps on the first day, because I imagine they'll just do one map rotation each week and try and freshen things up with that, just like they did back in the day. Essentially what they're doing in a lot of ways is they're going back to the roots of Trials. A complaint I saw by some was that Trials is essentially just D1 Trials just remade, and they took, almost 2 years to just remake D1 Trials. They're literally putting in the same armor in a lot of ways. And I think there's some validity to that in some ways, and I don't want to say, give Bungie an out for that, because that is a little bit kind of silly in my opinion. They did put Trials on such a long hiatus. I guess bringing it back and having it feel so similar to just essentially Destiny 1 falls a little flat, but I'm still not going to take away the hype from it. I think that this is amazing for the PvP community. I think that this is going to add a ton of replayability, and to complain at this point in time just feels so petty. It's like, just be happy, like just enjoy that we're getting something new, Crucible community. Just shush already and enjoy it. So that's my thoughts on that. There's so many weapons you can see in here. They got a fusion rifle that's firing right now. There's a hand cannon, a pulse rifle, shotgun, and of course the armor is going to be the original Cyrus armor, but it has like special glow. When you go flawless, you'll have this really crazy glow. You'll see it come up here in a second. And so everyone in public spaces will know that you went flawless that week. And so that will light up, and that would be really cool and really fun to see. I'm actually excited for that. I can't wait. It reminds me of like the Nightfalls, when you'd have that little glow above your head in D1. Stuff like that is really cool. Those little small aesthetic things make it fun to, constantly go back into Trials, constantly farm it, constantly play it. And so overall, those are my opinions of Trials. That's the information that we have right now. It's free to play, and we'll see how that affects hackers and stuff. Like I said, I think the light level being enabled will stop that. But overall, let me know what you think. Do you think that this new iteration of Trials is going to be successful? Do you think that Bungie took the adequate amount of time necessary to make it exactly what the community is going to want it to be? How do you think it's going to play out? I would love to know your opinions, love to know your thoughts. I'm super excited. I'm going to be grinding it day one. Hopefully you guys come watch the live stream, twitch.tv lucky10p. And yes, I will be doing 1v3s in Trials on the first day. You better believe it. I'm going to get some 1v3s. Of course, going to go flawless, all 3 characters the first day. Of course, going to do some 1v3s and just have a good time. So I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. The smile can't come off my face right now just thinking about it. I can't wait to get in there and grind Trials and have something to do every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Monday for, from now until who knows when, till Destiny 3. So, but thank you all for watching the video. Smash like if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.